Hello, everyone. It's another time for my podcast, Rising Up with Excellence. Hello, everyone. There is another time for a great time sharing the word together. We are here for my podcast, Rising Up with Excellence. And today I want us to move further and look at why do you need to rise up? We have been saying rising up with excellence. You need to know why. Because if the reason for a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know why, you will not bother yourself to rise up. So why do you need to rise up? One thing I want you to know is that never take your present situation as your permanent situation. Whatever has happened to you, whatever is happening right now, don't take it as your permanent condition. Know that you can move from where you are to another place. Moving from that low level to the higher place. So don't ever take any situation as a permanent condition. Know that no matter what is going wrong, God can make it right. And where you are today, you can move from that place to another, a better place. So that is what excellence is all about. You are rising up from that position where you think you are useless. People told you you are nobody. People told you can never make it in life. You can rise up and make it and put them to shame. So it is time for you to rise up. Why do you need to rise up? Somebody said, until you rise up, God cannot rise up for you. God is waiting for you to rise up. And until you rise up, He can't do anything. Why? Because God doesn't force anything on anyone. He's a perfect gentleman. He will never force anything on you. Anything you desire in life is what you need to rise up for and say, God, this situation must be over. Enough is enough. Enough of poverty, enough of failure, enough of the rejection, enough of shame and reproach. Enough is enough of lack and want. I want to live a better life. And when you rise up, God is going to rise up for you. He's ever waiting for you to rise up. So why do you need to rise up? The first thing is that God commanded you to rise up. In Micah chapter 2 verse 10, say, rise up, for this is not your rest. This is not your best yet. I know maybe you have achieved a level of excellence. At least you have moved to one level which you think is the best. But I want to tell you the best is yet to come. This is not your best. God can still do better things with you and from you. And so you have to be ready that God has commanded you to rise up. That's why you need to rise up and move higher. Because there are greater places that God has prepared for you. Greater positions that God has prepared for you. So you need to rise up. God commanded you to rise up. And that is why you need to rise up. Another reason why you need to rise up is that you can't reign and rule in life until you rise up. You don't reign just on a sitting position. If you want to see someone who is taking charge, taking over, taking charge of the affairs of life, he needs to rise up and take it. And that's what God commanded us to do. He said in Matthew chapter 5 and verse 4, ye are the light of the world. The city that is set upon the hill that cannot be hid. So the topmost top is your position. So if you want to reign and rule, you want to be the light of the world, you need to rise up. You are a city that is set upon the hill. You are not to be at the backside of life. You are not to be in one corner just managing life. You need to shine as a star in your generation. Jesus was called the bright morning star. So you are a star because you belong to Him. So you need to shine in your generation, and that's why you need to rise up so that you can shine. You need to take charge of life. You need to take over the affairs of your life. Don't allow people to push you around. Tell them, I'm going to the top. The top is my position. The top is where I belong as a child of God. So you need to rise up so that you will shine and you can occupy your post and your position in life. Another reason why you need to rise up is that you are a king by the ordination of God. You are a king and a priest. And have you ever seen a king just sitting down, being useless. Have you ever seen a king being pushed up and down? A king is ever reigning, and a king is ever in dominion. So if you are a king and you are to reign, then you need to rise up. In the book of Revelation chapter 5 verse 10, the Bible says, he has made us unto our God, king and priest, and we shall reign on the earth. So God has made you a king. If you're a woman, you are a queen. So what do you do as a king and as a queen? You reign. You reign. Everywhere you are there at the center of everything. You are ever there at the best place, enjoying the best. You can't see a king begging. Have you ever heard that a king is begging? Or a king is just depressed? A king is just there lacking everything? No. When you see a king go to the royal palace, you see they have everything, more than enough, in abundance. And that's the kind of life that God wants you to live. An excellent life, not a life of lack, begging, borrowing, but a life of abundance, where you will give unto nations. That's what the Bible says in Deuteronomy chapter 28. It said, and you shall lend unto many nations, and you shall not borrow. So you are not supposed to be begging. You are not a beggar, you are a giver. You are the one that's supposed to bless others. He told Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, and I will bless you and make you a blessing. And that's who you are. You are to be a blessing. And that's why you need to rise up. For you to be able to be a king and reign and rule, you have to rise up. And as you rise up, you will see yourself occupying the high places on earth. God bless you as you rise up today. Thank you.